Coming from York, very, very small city, no one has bigger visions. Everyone just wants to be the same thing. And me, I always had a desire for something a little bit more. So when I was in school, one of my friends asked us a question saying, who do you think is going to be the most successful one out of us all? And everyone named someone else. And they sort of made me feel like, okay, I'm just going to try to prove everyone wrong. I didn't go to university. From a very young age, I was investing in my knowledge, watching YouTube all the time, how to start different businesses, how to start trading. And I just carried on doing it throughout my teens to better myself. I put all my chips on the table and I said, it's all or nothing. Believe in yourself, believe in the process, keep praying. It's not rocket science. The whole of my life has been different elements of chaos. If you know how to deal with it, and you're gonna actually be able to achieve what you want. My name is Hanish, also known as Ashy. I'm from York. I'm a full-time funded trader and property investor. So coming from York, it's a small, very, very small city. There's not many people that are doing online money. Most people just have normal, regular jobs. No one has bigger visions. When you're growing up in school, everyone just wants to be the same thing. They want to be an electrician, plumber. And me, I always had a desire for something a little bit more. So I grew up watching YouTube, and obviously, as you know, you come across people that are doing very, very good in life. And I just always had that curiosity in saying, what do they actually do? How do they actually make it? There must be a different way to doing this. So when I was in school and other people doubting me, it just sort of pushed me to work even harder. So I remember there was a time when it was our lunch break and we were all in the year 11 common area. And one of my friends asked us a question saying, who do you think is going to be the most successful one out of us all? And everyone named someone else. And it sort of made me feel like, okay, this is what it is, yeah? I'm just going to try to prove everyone wrong. I'd say that definitely drove me to sort of try to do better and become better, because I don't use people's negativity as a sort of like sit back, cry and get upset over it. It sort of drives me to do well, drives me to do better, because now I have more motivation to do it. I have more of a reason. When you're trying to make it in this online space or trying to make it big in any sort of industry, it is going to be very chaotic all the time. It's not as easy as people think. Everyone thinks success is just a straight line like that, but it's not. It's a very, very squiggly line. You have many ups and downs, and going through it all at such a young age, when you're 16, 17, 18, everyone's going out. Yes, you are going to be going out as well, but you have to do extra work behind the scenes to try and make it. When you're in your young life, you have a lot of decisions to make. There's a lot of pivotal moments in your life, whether you go to university, whether you try to get a job, part-time job, full-time. I didn't go to university, so I really did have to bet myself. I put all my chips on the table and I said, it's all or nothing. My parents always told me, you have to invest in yourself from now. You have to start building your future now, because you're gonna end up doing it too late and you're not gonna end up being the person that you want to be. So that involved me actually starting and trying to do better, investing in my knowledge, watching YouTube all the time, how to start different businesses, how to start trading. And that sort of led me to go down this rabbit hole of how does money work, who controls the banks, all of these sort of things. So from a very young age, I was very invested into all of these things, and I just carried on doing it throughout my teens. When I passed my first funded account after many failures, it's one of those feelings of relief, but it's also the feeling of, okay, now we're just getting started. Because passing the funded account is all well and good, but passing the funded account doesn't make you a profitable trader. It doesn't mean you're a good trader by any means. It just means that now you've passed this phase and now it's a whole other ball game. So with trading, there's loads of different obstacles that come. There's obstacles that you have at the start of your journey when you're learning. There's obstacles you have when you're trying to pass the funded accounts. And then once you do pass the account, it's a whole other level. Now you have to start being consistent. You have to not lose your head. Now you have real money in front of you. It's like, now I can actually start making thousands of dollars, thousands of pounds. So I don't want to try to let that emotion get the better of me. What a lot of people do, they look at this live money and they start to crumble, because it's like, now they can't hold their positions for as long as they used to. Now they can't even enter a trade because they're too scared of the losing factor. So when I passed, it was a feeling of relief, but it was a feeling of like, now I need to actually level up. Now is where I need to take things to a whole other level. Do I see trading as more than just a way to make money? Yeah, 100%. I think it's one of the best tools that there is out there for people to make money now. You know, the barrier to entry is so low and it's not that hard to do. Yes, it takes a few years, but in the grand scheme of things, as long as you put the work into it, you can make money from it. Me personally, what I did, I used the money from trading and I reinvested it into something else. So what I don't want to be is just a trader. I'd like to look at myself as more of a businessman and taking all the opportunities that comes from this. Yes, you can make a lot of quick cash flow from trading, but what you don't want is just to rely off one source of income. So I did exactly that. The money I made from it, invested it into properties. Now instead of having one income, I have two. That way it improves my trading by so much because I don't just rely on one source of income. You know, when you have another source of income, it's one of those things that puts a lot less pressure on it. I don't trade with emotions. Most people, what they do, because trading is the only source of income, they rely on it so heavily. It's one of those things where if I don't take a trade, I don't get paid. So people just start forcing trading setups so they can pay for the rent, pay for the food, pay for the holidays. Using trading for what it is, which is a tool and a device to get from A to B, it's much better than just trading solely. When you are in this business, you have to realize you can't have any emotions towards it. As soon as you start having emotions, you're gonna start making decisions that you wouldn't usually do. And it's the same thing with anything in life. If you speak to someone emotionally, you're gonna end up having an argument. If you speak to somebody on a calm, level-headed tone, you're gonna end up coming up with the best solution possible. And it's the same thing with trading. So if I go into the markets angrily, or if I go into the markets wanting to win because of the obsession with winning, I'm gonna end up forcing a setup. And when you force something, usually you don't end up getting the right outcome. Being religious definitely impacts my discipline because as a Muslim, you're supposed to pray 5 times a day. You're supposed to follow certain rules. So that sort of ties into my trading because I'm able to focus and I'm able to actually stick to the rules. There's risk rules. You're not supposed to lose more than 5% in a day. So all of these things you have to implement into your trading and be as least emotional as possible. I used to be a very emotional trader, and I used to be one of those people that put trading on such a high pedestal. You know, trading is a great tool, don't get me wrong, but there's much more to life than trading. People that are just obsessed with it, they don't end up having fulfillment or happiness in the rest of their life. So I try to take trading for what it is, which is a tool, and I use that tool to fulfill my life. That gives me happiness. I'd say my short-term goals now is to just carry on trading and doing my property, scaling them both up. Get more capital, get more properties, and just keep doing what I'm doing. Comfort is the biggest ambition killer, so I don't want to try to get comfortable. I want to just keep trying to elevate myself. And my long-term goals, as of right now, I'm just bouncing back and forth between the UK and Dubai, so eventually I do want to potentially settle down here, have a family here. The advice I'd give somebody if they were 16, I mean, what I did was not that hard. I just did what everyone else did, and I did the complete opposite of it. So when they tell you to just enjoy yourself, have fun whilst you're young, yes, it is true to an extent. But when you're young, your youth, it is when you have to actually start building yourself and start to actually take life a bit seriously. You know, you have time, but you also don't realize how quick things go. Yesterday I was 16, today I'm 21. And a lot has happened, but a lot has only happened because I did put the work in. So essentially, it's so cliche, but you actually just have to work relentlessly every single day towards your goals. And just believe in yourself, believe in the process, keep praying, and that's basically it. It's not rocket science. Everyone likes to paint success out to be some really difficult thing. Alhamdulillah for what I have, but I wouldn't say I'm anywhere near to where I want to be in life. I still have a long way to go, and I'm gonna keep doing what I did when I was 16. Just carry on with the journey, carry on praying, and just sticking to the process. Legacy, I want to be remembered in a good way. I don't want to just be remembered about money. I want to be remembered about having a good character, being strong with my iman, my religion, and just being a good family guy. Throughout the whole of my life has been different elements of chaos. But if you know how to deal with it, you know which step to take at once and what sequence, you're just going to make your life much easier, and you're going to actually be able to achieve what you want. Life is not simple. The journey to success is not easy, and it's one of those things where it's like you're gonna overcome it eventually. You just have to stick to the process. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe down below to keep seeing more content like this.